So the biggest thing that is actually going to be coming in this next update is most likely going to be the Gen 3 Tailed Beasts and the new elements, but they have actually dropped a lot of new things that will be coming. So first of all, they are going to be doing some buffs and nerfs of the bloodlines that they talked in their Discord, and they're also going to be doing some reworks and stuff like that that haven't been talked about, but they will be reworking some of the, bad abilities in the game. But with coming with the Gen 3 Tailed Beast, there will be a new element. It's probably going to be water-based. My guess is that it's going to be named Surge, because they actually did make a tweet before that had Surge in the name of it. It was like Gen 3 Surge, something like that. You guys get along the lines of it, I'm presuming. But yeah, the new Gen 3 Tailed Beast coming out is going to be Gen 3 Isu. Now, Gen 3 Isu, I don't know what is going to be the name of it. They have actually shown quite a bit of, stuff of how it's going to look, how big it generally is. Some of the images, they're not very that clear. But, that's fine, considering that's kind of how they do the stuff when they actually show stuff before it's actually released. But I do actually think the new Gen 3 Tailed Beast is probably going to borrow a lot of the abilities that the other ones actually use, just like how Maru borrowed a Paul. I really hope they have you like sitting very high up on the tail piece, because it will actually make it better than a Paul. Because the reason why a Paul is so good is because it sits so much higher than Maru. That's kind of generally the reason why it's so good. I'm also guessing that the new element that's coming out is going to be connected to the tailed beast, so the tailed beast will drop it just like Pyromania. You'll be able to spin for it for a little bit. It'll be pretty much, my guess is that it's going to be exactly like Pyromania, but it's going to be kind of like more of a water version. So it may be broken on release. We don't know. We will find out, of course, considering that Pyromania was absolutely busted on release. It's safe to assume that this one will also be busted on release. Now, it's also worth mentioning that they will be making new icons for some of the villages. They also did name them for us, of course, so we will know them. I do think Sound is going to be a new village, but the other villages are just reworks of the logos that are already in the game. Obviously, they are better logos. I do think that a lot of people will appreciate the new logos coming to the game. It's not that big. It's not that big of a difference, but it'll be a lot more visually pleasing when you're actually on the menu of the game, considering there's so many icons. Having some new ones may be cool. But obviously, the thing that a lot of people are hyped for is going to be this new element, this new tailed beast. I really hope they're going to be dropping some other stuff with this update, because as you guys know, it's been 3 weeks. So, I do think they're going to be doing some nerfs and buffs. They're going to be reworking some of the old moves in the game, like maybe Kagoku. Who knows? I do also think they're going to be adding some new weapons, so that's something to look forward to as well. But I do think the biggest thing about this update is going to be the new Gen 3 tailed beast. They did say they're going to try and release one tailed beast per month. That's generally what they've said. Even though that hasn't been true so far, maybe we'll continue. So maybe we'll get the 4, we get the Monkey Boy and stuff like that. But obviously, we are really expecting this to be an amazing update, just like all the other Gen 3 updates were. And I do actually expect a new map to be released. Maybe not this week, maybe with the next week with the event. I do not think the event's going to be this week, unfortunately. I do think it's going to be the next update. This update is going to probably be centered around Gen 3 and the new element. But don't get me wrong, I am very excited about this new element. I think this new element could be an insanely cool thing to be added to the game. I just kind of wish that the elements weren't limited, that they were either spinnable or droppable from the boss, because more elements that you could spin, it does seem like a better thing overall, considering there's like no elements in the game. So having some better elements could diversify builds in the game. So I think it's very important to have some good elements, and considering that the new the one coming out, Surge, I'm presuming is the name of it, it's probably going to be very cool. I do think a water-based element, there's a lot you could do with it, because water, it could be any shape. But yeah, if you're hyped for the next update, hit the like button on the video and comment what you're most excited for or what you want to see. Hope you see you next one, guys. Peace.